I've gathered you all here today to say one thing, and that is, I'm not giving up. Just want to say that. Don't think I've said it so clear, concise before. Whew, nothing like being exhausted at the end of the day and streaming. Am I right? Am I right? I felt compelled to today. I did one with Corey earlier to do the blockchain dev starter stuff. And then, I don't know, I was like, I'll see a lot of streams going on right now. I mean, I pretty much curated Twitter to be neutral or positive only, just because like most of the negative stuff is just not very useful, very little information. And if you haven't noticed, I did a tweet the other day. At this point, I think I am in it for glory. I mean, really, I could, you want me to bring up all the stats? You want to bring up all the websites to show all the up momentum for wallets and for staking and for up and down staking, but like all the growth, all the builders. You would talk about all the community members, all the people that have dedicated all their time, capital, energy, sweat, blood, tears to this community over years and years. I can talk about all that. At this point, I'm so ready to win. Oh my gosh. Like it is, what I said before about, and being mission oriented, it being more than money, all that stuff too. Of course, we all want to make money and lots of it. Right. However, at this point, I've like transcended beyond that. It's like, I'm really here for glory at this point. Like I want PulseChain to win, not just so we can all get super, super rich or super, super richer. I want PulseChain to win because it deserves to win. And I don't care about all the community stuff that's happened here, there, all the rugs and all the, people doing this and that, all the stuff. I don't care about any of that. I care about the people who are here for something, dare I say, more than themselves. People that show up all the time and have for years and don't know what else to do but to make sure we win. People that have lost money, people that have gained money, people that aren't even around right now. I want PulseChain. I want Hex. I want to win. So it's not even about, at this point, it's like, again, talk about when price go up and all this stuff. I just don't care anymore. I cannot care at this point. I don't care. I think it's coming, my personal belief. I think that, all the million things we talked about, ETH ETF and the whales and SAC and wallet and retail and adoption and onboarding and green candles, we get green candles, all that stuff is still there. But at this point, it's like this triple reinforce. It's like tripling down. I don't know what it is. But like in a way that is backed up by like actual data and, even more than belief. You got to believe it, a little bit here and there. Otherwise you're going to look at God, if everything matters, the price goes up, then price doesn't went up for a while. Easy to talk yourself out of it like that. But really at this, like I want this place to win. And, it really is more about money, like in the other way. So it's like this spectrum of like, it's not only about money. It's like being the mission oriented. I want this place to grow. I think you have the best ideals. I think, RH want to be one of the greatest people, on earth. I think he wants to be remembered that way, all that stuff too. So there's that part of like actually getting stuff done, changing people's lives for the better, being a force for good in the world. There's that part. But even I think what, has been reinforced with the price not, mooning 100x, 10,000x, whatever you're looking for there. It's reinforced even more that, boy, we got to win. We really got to win. Oh, it feels good too. It feels good to know that, yeah, I don't know, to just know, I guess that's it. That's about the only way I can explain it. So, it's not about certainty. There's only nothing but uncertainty in crypto. But boy, if I were to zoom out and look all around crypto and to see an ecosystem with the most people aligned for glory, to make PulseChain relevant, to make it Moon, to make it a place where people come for true DeFi, for, you know, for everything Ethereum has, but it's got everything better. A place where they can build things and be welcomed, and a place where all kinds of different communities thrive, and that hopefully a place where one day it's not PvP and just people trying to take money from each other, and is let's let the pie grow. Let's onboard people. Let's give them a chance at you know, making their fortunes and having good DeFi products to earn yield and stuff like that in. That is what I want this place to be. And I don't even know what the price is right now. I literally haven't looked I haven't looked at the PulseChain price for at least a week or so, because there's nothing exciting going on. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I've said it before. It's like, I don't know what, like, you know, it's kind of like this positive feedback loop. When things are going well, you have more stuff to talk about, you know, more things to cheer about. And when things are sideways, you kind of just rely on, you know, you go build, you go, you know, go have healthy distractions, go, you know, work on whatever stuff in real life and otherwise. So when you, I guess what I'm saying is, like, too, when you see people, you know, even if I stream less, for example, I mean, I've just been busy doing blockchain dev stuff. So I literally only have so many hours in the day. And I've been choosing to spend my time on doing stuff like that, because that's what, you know, I think that's more useful. I think I can be more useful that way. I personally want to pursue some of this stuff too. And yeah, it's I don't know. I don't want to look at the price chart every day. That's the whole purpose. I love it. It's when Big Pep talks about Hex too. He's like, that was the point, right? You don't have to be a trader. You don't have to look at the price chart. You can just buy and hold and earn yield and all that stuff too. So I want to get back to that. I want to get back to, you know, not this just, we need to, you know, bring it all the time. We need to, like, make sure that, I don't know, like, I love to have conversations with people, and yeah, again, I have no plans to stop doing stuff like that, but I just think sometimes there's just not a lot to talk about. Sometimes there is. So that's how it is. So I hope one day we have the good problem of there being too much stuff. I think, honestly, like 6 months ago, I felt like I was streaming. Yeah, I'll say maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I streamed every day I counted it one time. I was like, I think I didn't stream for 2 days in like a 45 day period. That was just a lot of stuff to talk about, honestly. And, you know, I had plenty of guests that wanted to, you know, talk about X and PulseChain or their project or otherwise. And I feel like I'm pretty selective. I try to curate the content and the guests and all that stuff to be people, you know, I think I have good information that, you know, that I riff well with, and able to just bring these things to you. But in the meantime, when there's not a lot going on, I say this like the day before July 8th, which is we may get some news tomorrow of some sort, or no news. I think we get some kind of news, but is that like I think the SEC's response is due to Richard's motion to dismiss. So yeah, I say this like there's not a lot going on right before the day where, who knows, maybe a lot's going on, maybe nothing goes on tomorrow. But that's just the way it is right now. And, you know, so I just kind of circle back here. I feel even more compelled to be like, it's like getting, I don't want to say it's getting personal. I don't know what the analogy is. It's like, it feels like the ability to, I don't know, manifest winning is even stronger at this point, because it really is like, no, we're not going to lose. We deserve to win. This is team win. Team win wins, right? So I don't know. There's never been a scenario where we didn't win anyways, but I just think even more recently, when everyone just feels like gloomy and, you know, there's not a lot to talk about. True, isn't a lot to talk about. Unless you want to talk about the price going sideways for an hour, like, it's not very interesting to me, though. And of course, again, I get up here a million times, show you the stats, show you the data. You should go to apex.win, show you the charts, show you the holders, show you the onboarding, the wallets, the, all that stuff too. Get us some TA, get a TA person up here and be like, hey, look, there's the chart. It may do this or that. But at the end of the day, I think there's no other. It is. I'll say it like this. I think it's the simplest way I put it before. It is unreasonable that this ecosystem doesn't achieve glory. It is unreasonable. There's no certainty, but it is unreasonable. And maybe I don't know. It's like sometimes I don't like repeating things over and over and over. I try to give you like really fresh content, and I try to, when I go up here, I try not to say things that I've said a million times before. Maybe sometimes we just need to hear it though. Sometimes we just need to hear, hey, there are other people that still believe in this thing, and still believe in the mission, still believe in Richard, still believe in everything about PulseChain, Hex, the values of Hex, delayed gratification. Yeah, I refuse to believe that it was all for nothing. I refuse to believe that it's just going to add up to whoever controls the SAC funds going off and buying an island and a yacht or 15 of them. Doesn't make any sense. I believe the founder is very good at making sense, and I believe the community is very good at putting their mind and their heart in the right place. We're not perfect, but boy, this is the place to be. So I want to say I get to chat. It's a few questions. This will not be a long stream, but it will be a passionate stream. It will be a stream where I get up here and talk to you, whoever wants to listen for a little bit. Oh, Crypto says, hey, Legend. Appreciate that's a very nice compliment, being called Legend. Thank you for that. I appreciate everything you've done for the community, brother. Thank you very much, Holy Crypto. I appreciate you, and I assume you've done some great things for the community as well. So we're all in this. The community's all in it together in that respect as well. So appreciate that, man. TexX, thanks for all doing, community. You appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming to chat. Good to see you. Is Hedron going to come back this cycle? Well, I think just logically speaking, Hex, a lot of things depend on Hex. And if a lot of the liquidity is tied to PulseChain, then it's I wouldn't be surprised to hear people chanting PulseChain or bust, PulseChain or bust, since all the liquidity, a lot of the liquidity is tied to that. We talked about where Hex was doing okay, but a lot of people weren't selling Hex, all those going down when PulseChain launched and had a big crash and stuff. Wasn't Hex's fault. Wasn't a lot of people selling Hex. It was just so many people, selling PulseChain or assets, around that time. It was going down, dragging Hex down too. So interesting ecosystem. The pros and cons of having liquidity and tied to each other. That certainly hope we get that rising tide lifts all boats type of thing. Hopefully PulseChain's that tide. All those boats are all the coins, the core coins, and everything else in the community. So it should be pretty cool. Max After Dark, I see. Yeah, I'm usually not streaming right now. I'm usually, just relaxing because each day takes a lot of energy, and I like to get a lot of stuff done, and it's the weekend too. So it's summertime, man. I'm trying to spend some time outside and enjoy with friends and family, and it's almost like I'm a little annoyed sometimes where I'm like, I feel like I'm not being, I want to work on coding projects or otherwise. And it's when I look outside, it's sunny and beautiful and water nearby and all that stuff. I'm like, it's hard to sit down at a computer for more than a little while. So yeah, no hurry though. Plenty of time. Susie Q, how's it going? Good to see you. Glory. That is the word of the day, glory. It is. It really ties back to that. Honestly, I think it's like reinforcing this thing of like, no, our story will be glory. Our story will be winning. The book, if this is a storybook, that happy ending is what Team Win gets. And that's what I want. I want to win. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm contributing where I can. That's why, what do you want? Security. Did, a bunch of different security AMAs, security content, security stuff. Validators. Was there like 70 validator videos? I got scripts, got all the stuff. PulseChain Faucet. You want to faucet PulseChain? PulseChain Faucet. Get PLS.FYI. You want to onboard people? Go realdefi.com. Click the links, IPFS, made easy. Find all the information you're looking for under navigation, formerly the learn to earn section. What else? Onboarding videos, I have onboarding playlists. You know, wherever I can, I try to contribute. If I see an opportunity where it's like, oh, I can do that, I like to contribute. So, Cash 888, crying face, no crying face. All good, man. All good. I'm just tired and just want to express myself this evening. What's up, MA? Good to see you, man. Long, normal hour stream for me. Oh yeah, I don't know where you're at, but maybe it is a good time for you on the stream. Hex Glenn, good to see you, man. Hope to see you again at a meetup sometime. MA, who's quitting? I'm still here. I saw the community get scammed by Brazil. I literally know very little about any of the rug stuff and all that, and I'm glad I do. But yeah, from time to time I hear there's some kind of rug or controversy going on, but yeah, that's how it goes. We will win. Exactly, Suzy Q. See you. Price held nicely. Patience, guys. There was some huge well buys I covered it was a week or two ago. So there's that. BS, you check PulseChain every few days. Let me think. I don't think I have for a while. I mean, normally Rich G, I think that's pretty accurate actually. Every few days. That's pretty accurate. I'll say every few days, but literally now I haven't checked it. I mean, when I say check it, sometimes I accidentally see the price because I'm like looking at maybe, I'm looking at some kind of stats and or another coin tied to Pulse or something like, oh, okay, well, I may see it accidentally through there, or, I'm doing blockchain dev stuff. So like I need to work with like Pulse. So I may come across it sometimes like that, but I try not to I try not to go to gopulse.com and look at the price and then say, am I supposed to feel good or bad right now? I like, that's my point. So that's what I would consider checking the price. If I just come across it passively and stuff, I consciously do not check it though. I consciously if I feel like I'm about to open up deck screen or something, I try to be like, no, I don't need to do it right now. Or maybe I'll do it for just a minute to check something. But yeah, I think that's the point is I make it not a routine to do it, first thing in the morning or middle of the day. Oh, I need to know what the price is. Again, why do I check the price? I want to buy, I want to sell, or perhaps I'll have a leverage position that I need data on in order to make a decision whether to, keep it or close it or otherwise. So not that I do it very often, but that's the other reason I would check the price. If I'm not going to do any of those things, well, I'm checking the price. I don't want to check the price to give me to lift me up or make me feel like, again. Well, I don't want to feel that. So just don't look at it. Healthy distractions, such as, again, blockchain dev stuff. That's like what I'm been up to lately. Yes, lift people up. I don't mind to. It's one of those things where if I can do it in a low-key way, I will. And of course I love to see people, uplifted. I don't want the community to rely on streamers or people be like, oh, I need, I'm glad if you see a stream and you get something from it and it makes you feel good and stuff. I'm glad if that happens, but I don't want it to be, I don't expect coffee to stream every other day to make me feel like this community is still alive. I don't expect, other people to do that. Shout out to Creative Crypto, by the way. Those guys, there's very few channels that I watch very often these days, but they not only do they stream pretty regularly, from what I can tell, their clips are pretty good and they're reasonable. They're not like this clickbait, all this stuff. They're actually like, I read the title, I'm like, oh, that's, I wonder what that's about. That's interesting. And they try to like literally cover a lot of topics. So that are, again, not just like fake stuff or just like drama or otherwise. They just really cover some really interesting stuff. So shout out to them. One of the few channels that I'm like, I look at and I can like really appreciate their content that they're making these days and have been for a while. So shout out to them. Let's see, Pulse and PulseX at first bull run. It will do okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just, we're waiting on right for everything to get started. And again, all this stuff, it's easy to forget. These emotions come and go. You know, I've said it before, like the people who can just literally buy something and just not look at it for a while and come back and see the money they get made, of course, assuming they don't buy a scam, right? Assuming they buy, core coins, all that stuff. If you can do that, honestly, that's not contributing to the community. That's not doing all these things, but it is like, it's like, as far as like self stuff, that seems like a winning formula for, as far as like not being tempted by this or that, or getting involved in drama or stressing about this or that. Yeah, I'm kudos to anyone who has chosen to do that. Nobody owes anyone anything. If you just want to buy a bag and relax and check every once in a while and contribute in other ways outside of being, having to wade through the drama stuff, pretty cool. I think that's seems like a better strategy than a lot of them. Team wins. Exactly, CSQ. All right. Just keep DCA in. It's going to be amazing. I like that sentiment. Got a lot more blocks in my fast few months than ever for my validator. Nice. Validators go burr. That's right. See, Richard lost $200 million bankruptcy. I don't get when people talk about him losing money. And just to clarify, this is the SAC wallet that bought ETH at what, 3,800 average or something like that. I just think it doesn't make any sense to me that, like, it's not over. The trade's not over. Like, the trade isn't over until you see the P&L, right? You see, a move being made. So it's not like, I don't think there's no money lost. Like, there's so many points to make. I don't know why people even talk about this, honestly, or have this opinion. Again, everyone have their own opinion, whatever. Eliza Barnley, I know you've got your opinion, and I'm sure plenty of other people share it stuff too. But I just cannot, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't look at anyone who makes a trade and the coin being down at that time as them losing money, especially when it's clear there's so many reasons to see why that trade was made. It's kind of hard to get Ethereum off the market stuff too. Like, there may not be much around at a certain point, especially up to the ETF. So I'm not saying it was the best. I mean, it's all TBD. So there's no losing of money on this stuff. Like, that's such a, again, there's plenty of people who would use it as trolling comments or otherwise, but I don't know. I keep hearing people talk about it. Like, to me, it's not even a thing that's even interesting. I'm not even interested in like the conversation around it, because it's just, I mean, the trade is far from over. It's literally, you can make a super strong case. It is extremely strategic. And just because he didn't buy the bottom, or whoever's, just because the whale didn't buy the bottom, doesn't mean that, everyone in the world is predicting like 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 ETH. All these things, all these comments could quickly go away and never be said again as soon as ETH hits 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just, a lot of it's just red candle stuff and otherwise, but I don't even think it's an interesting conversation talking about anything around the ETH, the 170K ETH that was bought at around 3,800K, I believe, average, when ETH is not anywhere near what a lot of people are predicting it to be, and what would make sense for the cycle and the ETF and, the liquidity and all that stuff. So anyways, Diamond Hands Degenerate, we still believe in the PAMP. Everyone believe whatever they want, by the way. It's just, to me, that the whole question of talk about the SAC funds right now being down, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you could snap your finger and tomorrow, if ETH goes to like 3,900, you'd be like, oh, is it in profit now? It's like, that's not, to me, even talking about it being in profit is not even that interesting. It's like, yeah, well, it could go down any moment too, but yeah, it could go up. So I won't start being interested in the question of what it's things are down or up until ETH, and at least ETH really dumped super hard, or ETH mooned super hard. Like it being plus or minus during this period of like, I just don't think it's that interesting question. Again, everyone think what they want. Anon, I'm buying. All right, some people are buying. I certainly hope everyone buying Hex and PulseChain get handsomely rewarded. That's super episode. Wake Dog, PulseChain, the copy paste DJ and Clown Car Casino, Echo Chamber, Delusional Believers. That 10,000X just around the corner. Actually, we'll put together a statement there. That's one way that I guess some people look at it. I think it's, obviously a comical take in a way. I don't think so. I mean, the sarcastic line, 10,000X around the corner. I certainly hope so. But the copy paste fork of Ethereum, degen, yeah, there's plenty of games like that to play. Clown Car Casino, plenty of drama. Echo Chamber, Delusional Believers. I prefer just believers and people who don't give up easy and have a mission or mission oriented, I would say. Kind of stuff I covered in the first few minutes. And won't accept anything but glory. Want to keep trying. Want to keep putting their time, effort, energy, and capital. Yeah, I think about it that way rather than this one. But everyone has their opinion. All right, so keep your head up, mate. Work out soon enough. My head is not down. Head is not down, MA. But I appreciate that, man. Soon enough. I think it's what everyone's waiting on. Win soon enough, Dev. Win soon enough. But let's see. What's going on tomorrow? I see you dropping RC. That would be cool. That would be cool to see. No guarantees. But if the SEC drops their case finally, then we may believe in a shopping spree after that if we go 10,000X. There you go. There's a few lines for you. Nice shock headline. Well, I was thinking about it earlier. I was thinking about it. I was relaxing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a stream today. Quitting PulseChain? ? And then I'm going to put an up arrow. And then I'm going to put that meme of Leo DiCaprio in A Wolf of Wall Street when he's yelling into the mic, "I'm not giving up." I'm going to put that in there. So like it points out, you get it. It points up to quitting PulseChain ? And then you get my answer. That's what I was thinking. Salute from Texas. Shout out to Texas. Ram Waltz. Can't effing wait, brother. Let's go. Let's go, man. Dip catcher. We should stream soon. That is true, sir. That is true. I've tried to catch you every once in a while to see if you want to stream. Would love to catch up. Sir, shoot me a DM and we shall stream. I'll shoot you one every once in a while if I want to have open time. But yeah, man. All right. I got to wrap up. Scrolling through. Appreciate you all. Thanks for more time, DCA. I certainly hope everyone buying PulseChain and the core coins and everything else at the lows get rewarded so much. May you have the maddest of gains, everyone out there that believes these are cheap prices and is later validated on such belief. Yeah, you have the maddest of gains. Can one buy through Coast with credit debit? It's connected bank account as far as I know. So sort of debit, not wrong. It's bank account. It must be. I'm not sure if it's ACH or otherwise, but it's what I believe he meant, a stablecoin from it. But I'm not sure if they're up right now for USA yet. All right. 0x blockhead by dip. Look for all-time low such by now. Certainly hope all of these things come true. Again, nobody's certain about anything, but boy, we have built an ecosystem. Like it is a pretty cool ecosystem. Someone's crying tap bad. Have a great sleep, my dog. Appreciate you, man. They've got your main problem is PLS is basically an extension of hex value at the time of sacrifice. Yeah, I don't know if you did some threads on this. They've got a lot of really interesting threads on Twitter. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting pieces around this, but I think yeah, I mean, you got the PLS going down, like I say, where it was Hex was doing okay, but it was dragging liquidity tide, dragging Hex down, and it's got like, okay, so much Hex sacrificed, but a lot of it wasn't sold. That's too. I mean, that's kind of a bullish part too. Is there was so much Hex sacrificed that, again, if you believe, benevolent whale has a lot of that Hex, then it's more off the market. That if you believe they don't ever need you sell it, it's pretty cool. Kind of like a pseudo burn of the coins. I would like to think, at least. Again, just opinion. Real estate, gold, silver, never will you lose 90% by any of those guaranteed. But crypto, yeah. Crypto, I was thinking about this, why not buy stocks when I buy all this stuff? I had this conversation recently. And because it's the only thing that can make a lot of money in a quick period of time. And I'll say quick, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years. But, I don't see a lot of people retiring, buying S&P 500, retiring early. So it's one of those things, and it's not for everyone. I don't blame anyone if they're not in crypto. Having been in crypto for, I've been following Richard since 2017, so at least 7 years. I totally get it. Like, not everyone needs to be in crypto. It is not easy. All the success stories you see people getting, getting rich. I don't think they're luck. Of course, luck can play into certain things, but I think a lot of it is not the average situation. You really, it's not easy. I'll say that. And yeah, there's plenty of people who have lost it all. Hopefully, I don't know. Every time somebody says, lost my life savings, I wonder, again, maybe there is a lot of people who come into crypto and think, I've got all this money saved up. I'm just going to put it all into Coinbase and just buy some coins. And that's all my savings. Maybe there are some people who do that. I don't think that's the average person. Like, literally every single person I've ever talked to in real life has never told me that they put their life savings in crypto. And I've talked to quite a few people, and it's always been like just extra money. So I feel like that's a little bit oversold on that. So I don't think there's people completely getting like losing all their. Again, maybe there are. I don't know. I don't have all the stats, but I think a lot of people get in crypto. They probably put $1,000, $2,000, $500. They win some, they lose some. They get rugged. They sell at a loss. And there's people who make plenty of money because their coin went up a lot, or they keep DCAing into something that's a good product, and then they win the next cycle, or there's different ways to help your community coins by doing liquidity and exiting through stuff like that, instead of hurting the price chart by directly selling. There's a ton to it, but I always like the saying, it's not luck. It's like, you want to increase your luck surface area. You want to be sensitive to good opportunities, and be prepared to take advantage of them and stuff like that. And then people inevitably will call you lucky or otherwise when you're successful, but it doesn't matter. Winning is winning. So now I'd like to win with integrity. I want to win the right way. Not here to scam anyone, not here to take anyone's money. I don't monetize the channel. But I think there's plenty of ways to win. Anyways, just scrolling. Got to wrap up, guys. Appreciate you being here with me. What's up, Tone? Red Rocket countdown liftoff. Daddy Hexler. Yeah, good to see you, man. It has been a while. First stream I've seen in about 5 months. Big love and respect, Max. Glad you're still here. Appreciate that, man. Glad you're still around too, man. Appreciate that. It's been a while since I've seen you. But I remember you in the chat and I always appreciate it. All right, I just see a bunch of shilling. So if you're not familiar, I'm about to end the stream anyways, but don't usually like a lot of people talking about coins that aren't stuff I've talked about before. And you guys just, wow, where are my mods at? There's quite a lot of some coin in the chat. I'm still scrolling through. Wow. Appreciate that, Hex Queen. All right. Oh, there you go, MA. Appreciate that. Cleaning up fast as I can. Yeah, I was like, I just started scrolling down and I saw just like 100 or more of those. All right, appreciate that. Crispy, what's happening, man? 5555. That's what I'm about to say. All right. That's all I got for you today. Thank you, Suzy Q. Appreciate that. Everyone, that's all I got for you today. Scivive 5555. We are out.